Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for stopping by this. Today I'm just going to go through changing a couple of things. Right now, as I stated earlier, trying to meet my goals and objectives. One of the goals was to reduce the number of mortgages that I was carrying on the properties. I've been successful in reducing one, so I'm continuing along that line. One of the things that we'll continue to do is now I'm looking for a second HELOC to be able to try to reduce the debt that I'm carrying in general. The first HELOC, about 150 pages, some of the things that I may have missed in general. Now I'm coming back to look for a second one. So in going forward, I'm gonna kind of review some potential, I shouldn't say review. I'm gonna provide an overview of some potential lenders or online marketplaces for getting a another HELOC. Today I'm gonna look at Prosper. So I went online with Prosper, and let me share my screen to just kind of see what's available. Okay, share my screen. Okay, so on this particular one, went over to Prosper, put in my social security number to do a soft pull. Again, this is not entertainment purposes. This is my real journey in terms of me using my real numbers, my real data point in general. It's not theoretical. Was offered the first time $105,000. And this was the interest rate, 8.9%. And they talk about the prime. So the current prime, that is an index that they kind of create in terms of how much they will offer you. So the prime, I think, is 8%, and then they add to it. So during that time, I was provided that one offer. Now, as I moved through the Prosper and moved the manual needle up and down to see what I qualify for, you get different offers. So when I first did it, anything below about $54,000, then I only had one offer on the table. But as I moved beyond about 54 to get to 55, I started providing two offers. So these are just two of the offers, 52,000, the different interest rates and the different payments. Next, when I got to about the $135,000 mark, this appeared that you would have to kind of like maybe consolidate some of my debts. And with my first HELOC, I was provided 50,500, but that consolidated some of my debt into it, and there was a minimum draw of 50,000. So my utilization was like 99.9%. And I think that had an impact on well, it probably did on my credit report. Right now, my utilization for all my credit cards and lines of credit, trade lines and lines of credit are sitting at about 67%. So again, once I got up to about 134, it started giving me this warning that loans after this, I'm probably will need to consolidate my debt to get them compared to 133,000 and below. Okay, and here is that warning, or I don't know if it's a warning or not, but just a note that came up that indicated that if consolidating debt is part of the plan for the HELOC or home equity loan, we will welcome you to submit an application. So once I get, I think past the 135 thousand mark, I would need to consolidate some of my debt, which I did in this particular one here. Let's see. Okay, what's next? Okay, it would go up to 163. For this particular soft pull that they did, and I think it may have been TransUnion. I got to look at the letter and see. The highest was going up to 218,000. So in general, this was just an overview. I did a soft pull with Prosper Online. I got at least two offers from 17,000 all the way up to 218,000. This is the interest rate for 218. As I went along the amount that I was looking, the interest rate seemed to increase. The lowest interest rate seemed to have fall between 50 to 69 at like 8%. But as I got higher, the interest rate got higher. And at the end of the bottom, I started reading some of the fine print. So as I indicated, one of the things that I'm looking to really do is look at the fine print reading of the contract. I know that probably is going to be another 100 to 150 pages, even with online lenders um, helping helping with the process. So these are just some of the legal things or some of the fine print at the bottom. And this is some more of the fine print that I'm trying to get as much information from as many lenders as possible. So this is just a review of just not a review, an overview of the process that I'm actually going through, not entertainment purposes. All right, I'm gonna stop the screen and kind of like go to the board. All right. So previously, as indicated, uh these include the HELOC that I was working on. And from this HELOC, I created three scenarios in terms of how I was paying down the HELOC. And this is going to be quick, but I'll do another interview later. I mean, another overview later. But when I had access to Walmart Capital One, that was $300 that I was using and paying off before the due date or the statement date, 0%. That helped me with the HELOC. Walmart is no longer with Capital One. But when I did use the Walmart with Capital One, the interest rate was like 357.23. The middle one is where I didn't use Walmart, nor did I use Navy Federal, and the interest rate was 359.63. The last one is where I used Navy Federal, and that was 1860, 1860 as a cash advance. So Walmart $300 cash advance I was using. Navy Federal 1860 that I was using. And this was at about 92 cents a day, 91 cents a day. Whereas the Walmart cash advance was nothing per day as long as I paid it off before the due date. So in between using the Walmart and I think Navy Federal on this one, it was about $27.30 versus what I was just doing if I was just making a regular payment of 17.26, and both ended up with an extra probably 10 or difference between the two, $10 and 4 cents. Now, this does not include me putting my paycheck and other income in it. So I probably was able to overcome that because again, my budget is five, about 5,000. Let's see, 3,500, 21. So about $5,000 a month was going into the HELOC and coming out as expenses for Velocity Banking. And I'm trying to also, an additional thing, I'm gonna start trying to use more SMART goals. The acronym for SMART goals being specific, measurable, achievable, results, and time bound. Now, when you look at if you look at SMART goals, you can come across a number of different acronyms, but the main point of it is that I'm gonna try to specifically indicate what I'm looking at. So last year, the SMART goal that I used was, or this year, the SMART goal was to reduce all of my mortgages from 3 to 0. So that was specific by 2024. I was able to do one, so I didn't reach my SMART goal. This year, I'm also go back to the SMART goal, and I'm saying I want to reduce my mortgage overhead by $105,000 by 2025. And I also may throw in additional bills, but as I've been using velocity banking for this year, I probably eliminate 25, maybe 25, $30,000 in credit card debt. As I pointed out earlier in videos, I started with 351,000 and now I'm down to 100 and well 319, and some of my student debt and other debt I've been eliminating. So that bring me down from about 350,000 when I started the year to last time I looked on a credit report, 161,000. So my debt between from the beginning of December to now, using the principles and practices of velocity banking, accelerated banking, mortgage acceleration, as I continue to read and educate myself, 350 minus 161. So about 189,000 has been eliminated. All right. So what I'll do with myself and with my clients, again, try to establish SMART goals with my clients upon consultation and in working with me. And then we're going to put together some goals, objectives, strategy, take some action steps, and look at some tactics to help them. All right. So again, this is not necessarily entertainment purposes. This is the real world in which I'm trying to reduce my debt. Initially started at 350,000 in 12, 12, 23, and now at 11. Today's 17, 11, 17. Oh, sorry. All right, so at 11/17, now I'm currently at 161 in general. So to recap, I'm looking at again getting another HELOC to reduce this 161,000 that I eliminate hopefully two mortgages. I really don't have any credit card debt on the personal side. I've eliminated that and really have credit card debt on the business side. The next HELOC, I'm gonna try definitely to read the details, and that was one of the purposes of this video, is to see one online lender, try to get as much possible information as I can so that I can make a better informed decision for myself along with my clients in general. So thank you very much for stopping by. Really appreciate everything, the support. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share the video. You have a great day. Bye-bye.